Hey Gina,
Yes,
got a joke for you. Did you hear about the houses that fell in love?
the houses that fell in love. No,
It was a long distance relationship.
boom, boom. Not one of the better ones.
Yes. Okay.
It's time for a Tuesday tip. And today's tip comes from How to Talk So Kids Will Listen and Listen So Kids Will Talk by Faber and Maslish, which is the book that we use for the workshops that we do. But it's their workshop that they set up and we facilitate it. And this is a wonderful tip. Giving them their wishes in fantasy.
I love that one. This is my favorite.
So, an example with a young child. They're demanding a cereal for breakfast that you might have but don't have that day. And they want that cereal. That's all they're going to eat. You know, a typical response might be, look, we don't have that cereal. This is what you got. You know, either eat it or you like it or you don't. Or you beg and plead. Oh, come on, I know you want that cereal, but we don't have that. So another way to respond is to say, I love that cereal too. And man, we ran out. And if I had a magic wand and I could just wave it in the air and make 100 boxes of your cereal appear, wouldn't that be great?
The problem is, we have to always remember that instead of but.
And sometimes, depending on the child and depending on the intensity of the situation, whether it's cereal or something more intense, that might be enough for them. They might start giggling and laughing. Or you might need to follow up with, well, the problem is I can't find my magic wand, or I lost my magic wand, or it broke, or with an older child.
I was going to say, with older children, it's a little more serious, but you still can use this because, the Christmas, when they come to, at any age, really, in a way, they come to you with a desire and want to have something that yourself, you probably can't afford this year or something, to be able to, beside not saying something like, that's ridiculous, we can't afford, be able to say, hey, that's an idea. Why don't you make up a list of things that you want and let's see how it goes, or
You want
Xbox,
or whatever the latest. You
Yeah.
want a virtual reality headset, or you want this or that. And I really wish, we could just go out and get that. The problem is our budget right now does not allow for that. It doesn't mean you can't ever have that. So sometimes writing down the things you want can be a way of getting it. Thinking back to the wishes in fantasy, your child's mad about a teacher they have or situation in school or something that happened, and you can join in and be like, wow, I hate that happened. I wish we could go back in time and change that situation so you didn't have to go through that difficult situation, that difficult thing didn't have to happen. I wish we could make that teacher into a better person so they were nicer. Unfortunately, and stating the obvious can be a little annoying to an older child,
Yeah.
or depending on the child's personality of any age. So it's got to be real. It's got to be genuine.
Yeah, you got to shape that language towards their age.
And right, and it's stepping out of your comfort zone maybe to be playful like that. Yet it also can shift the energy by being playful.
Well, and I'm thinking too. We're talking a lot about the sandwich generation and how you could use that even as your parents get older. They tend to revert back a little bit to kind of a childhood,
Okay, so we had to take my dad for driver's evaluation because his Parkinson's dementia got to the point where he wasn't safe driving, and he didn't see that, because part of dementia is you reach a point where you have a lack of awareness of your deficits. It's not that he was in denial, he just has a lack of awareness. And so I had to take him to a driver's assessment where he was going to fail, and he didn't think he was going to fail, and so he still brings it up once in a while. And so I'm thinking of a way I could use this with my dad, like, yeah, I wish you still were able to drive, Dad. It sucks that we get older and our things like our vision and Parkinson's and back problems interfere with us. Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't need any of that?
And I don't think you probably need to do the problem is because
the problem is I have to be careful because my dad hears things as that means I can drive again.
Yeah.
So
So it is
there's
it's
a
a
nuance.
balancing
There's
kind
a
of
nuance there, like, but
But I guess the point with that is not to react to it and say,
right,
well, Dad, you flunked that. You can't do that. You don't want to go that direction.
right.
So
You
finding a
can-
softer way of responding that
Mhm.
doesn't, because when they're in dementia or Alzheimer's, you really can't, be logical about it necessarily. You have to kind of, in a way, kind of play along
depending
a
on their
little bit.
personality, depending on what stage they're in,
Yeah.
the type of dementia. This is a whole other topic.
Yeah. So let's.
So your tip is using granting their wishes and fantasies. So if you have a child of any age requesting something, demanding a car, my friends all get a car, why don't I have a car? You know? And not doing it in a sarcastic way to make fun of them.
But
We
do
just
it in a compassionate way.
it just
that
my wonderful
kind of
friend
softens it, I guess.
Ruthie shared on her tapping journey a message that says, sometimes I just want someone to hug me and say, I know it's hard. You're going to be okay. Here's chocolate and $6 million. Like, I read that today and I was like, yes, you get me. And we can do that for our kids, our older kids, our adult kids, our parents. I wish I could buy you a car of your dreams. I wish I could buy you what you want and buy me a Mustang, And
It's about listening to them,
and you
in
don't
a
have
way.
to go on and on and on, explain to them why you can't, especially you're talking to a teenager here.
Yeah.
You just say it and leave it at that.
Yeah.
And it's about feeling heard.
Well, yeah, listening to once you respond that way,
Our
see
favorite-
what they say.
My favorite message with this program that we teach is sharing some information, letting them feel heard, and then shut up. Close your mouth, because we talk too much.
And just as a little plug here, we do workshops on this. This is part of the book, How to Talk So Kids Will Listen and Listen So Kids Will Talk by Faber and Maislish.
And now that it's the new year, go to our website.
We're going to be doing one probably coming up pretty soon here. It's now January, but so we should have it up there pretty soon. And you can go to our website, which is focushealthyfamily.com, and we hope this has helped you in some way.
Have a terrific Tuesday.